G'day guys, welcome back to Supercoach Swordplay and welcome to Supercoach Talkback Live for a round that many of us just want to forget, want to put in the past and forget about it completely. It was an absolute train wreck. I know for me personally, I don't know how you guys went, but I don't even really want to talk about it, but we need to get a bit off our chest because it's been a tough one for many. I hope some of you are celebrating at the moment and not all down in the dumps like I am, but flying solo just for now. And we're going to go for about an hour because I do have obviously work tomorrow and I'm buggered, had a very long weekend. And, as I said, just want to get over it, I think. So we're going to get straight into the questions here. We're going to go for about an hour, I reckon, tonight. Matty Granger, how are you, mate? How are you doing, DR? Supercoach scores aside. Not the best round for me, but everyone is in the same boat, right? Well, I think so, mate. I think so. I haven't watched many games over the weekend. Had a lot of stuff going on. How are you, Supercoach scores aside? Oh, look, man, I don't want to rant too much. I don't know how everyone else is feeling this year, but usually for me, Supercoach is a really enjoyable outlet, and I play for fun. I take it pretty seriously, but at the end of the day, you play for fun. It doesn't seem too fun this year, and I don't know because I've got a lot going on in my personal life. I don't know if it's just that, but it doesn't seem like such a fun outlet this year anyway. So at the moment, I just love to just make some crazy trades and just not really care. But I suppose being a content creator, you need to keep the runs on the board. And there's, I suppose, a little bit of added pressure. You try to give a bit of advice and all the rest, but it can be tough at times. And it's just one of those seasons. I don't know if it's the sub rule. It's the fact we've got no rookies, the cupboard's bare. We say it lots of many seasons that it's a tougher season we've come across. I dead set reckon that this one is, but we're not going to rant and rave. We're going to try to keep this one positive tonight, Matty. But I think most of us are in the same boat. Terrible round for many. Roddy, how are you, buddy? Did you go through the same trades? Read and Marek out for Naz and Petrarca. Yeah, I wish I did, mate. No, I didn't. And the one bloke I spoke to, good mate of mine over the weekend, actually saw him in person. Really sold me, and I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but really sold me and said, you got to hold this man, and showed me a couple of tweets. He's on Twitter, showed me a couple of tweets, forget who it was. And again, not going to throw them under the bus, but it was the longest tweet I've ever seen. And he's going through it and just sold me. He's going to keep the role. I said, it's all about the kick-ins, mate. If he doesn't have, it's going to be fine. The ins mean this and all the rest. And yeah, so I ended up holding on to Marek, which was a shocking decision. I don't even know what he scored in the end, but I know that he got subbed off and he was playing on a wing. So no, I didn't, mate. I'll reveal my trades in the round review, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Roscoe, Hawaii legend, Mulligan DR. I'm going to call him Mulligan for this week, mate, but I hope you did better than what I did, mate. Looking forward to hearing how you did, Roscoe. Useless, 1760, not too bad, but so many underperforming primos. Marek and Train gone soon as this thing opens up. Trainer. Yeah, well, he hasn't looked too good lately, has he? I mentioned one player I bought in. I did bring in Campbell Gray, so really impressed with him for his 70, but I think with Bolts coming back, that's not going to be a fantastic pick moving forward. But hey, I'll absolutely take the 70 for this week because I needed it, mate. But yeah, Marek for me, he's got to go now. Absolutely got to go. Rogue, 1837. I think that is absolutely fantastic. 18 with 6 primos out, not the worst. I'm chilling with the other buys, so hopefully just sacrificing this week to move up the following. Mate, I tell you what, this week, 1837, I think is absolutely fantastic, mate. So 1837, I think that's got to be up there with the big ones. Scoops, video link. Yes, I'll put that copy and paste in the comments now, legend. There you go. Hope you're well, Scoops. Shano, if you got over 1900, then you did very well. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. CJ for, what was it, Merson? I'll just call you M there, mate, so I don't butcher your name. Yeah, had him as a trap in the stock market. Hasn't gone too well, unfortunately, brother. Ads 1981. Geez, well, I'll tell you what, I thought everyone was down the dumps. It must just be me. Because Ads has gone 1981, 6 primos out. Pods went huge for me. Clug might be my favorite player. He's my son's favorite player. Max calls, I don't know if I think I've said it a few times now, all our animals are called Hugh because Max loves him so much, and he's an absolute gun. If you want one line in this side, it is Huey McCluggage, mate, without a doubt. Braden 1773 held faith with Merrick and it burnt me. Same here, mate. Hands up for that one. What's par, lads? I've got absolutely no idea, T. We'll go through some scores as people tell us how they've gone. On your own, get the viewers in DR. Could be a crazy stream. Well, it's not going to be too crazy at this stage, mate. I'm trying to keep it to the hour because I've had, as I said, a long weekend and I've got an early morning at work, but I could rant and rave, mate. But as I said, I'm going to try to keep it civilized and just try to get to the comments. Bro's had a stinker as well. 1710 got 650k in the bank, if you don't mind. Time to get in Bonds and Butters in a couple and get Gorman, who drops in price. Grinds to the top 1k, takes a crossroad. Absolutely it does, mate. And there's some really nice targets you got in your sights there, bud. Chrissy, 1997. That's massive, mate. Merrick to Cordwell. Reed to Stewart this week. Stewart didn't look great when I was watching him, but again, I don't even know what the scores are. Left me off coins to go Levi to Bont in one trade. Pretty happy. Good on you, Chris. Good stuff, buddy. Shano, how are you, mate? Pod move was Stewie and it started slow, but got going. Thank goodness. There you go. It must have been okay in the end. Agree. About the sub rule. Yeah, T. Screwed us. We needed price rises happen 1 or 2 games, not 3. Yeah, I hate the sub rule. I don't know many people that like it. There's a couple that I have heard do, but it's a pod move like the sub rule, mate. Bailey, hey dear, haven't had Sherry all year. Was waiting till after the buy. I have TDK, Gorn, and Nank. Which 3 of the 3 would you flip for Sherry? Well, I'll probably say the Nank at this stage because TDK is already coming off the buy, so he's not going to miss another game. You're not trading Gorn. And yeah, so if you are getting Sherry in, mate, then it'll be for Nank. Well, that would be my opinion anyway, buddy. Shano, yeah, sub rule, not a fan either, mate. Dalek 1812, trading Merrick might have saved my season. Yeah, and mate, it might have screwed me as well. I should have. It's another one of those not going with your gut type moves. It's another one of those, your head isn't in the game. And the other move I was going to make as well, and I was going to explain this in my round review, but quickly, my plan was originally, if Cleary was named sub, I was going to use that trade to get Sheldrick in. I thought, all right, well, if Sheldrick's not sub, I'm just going to have a crack. Low break evens, got good scoring potential, but things happen in life and completely missed it. And then I thought, right, now I'm going to actually trade Merrick. And again, things got in the way and missed that one as well. It was going to be track, but yeah, I don't think he scored too well at the end of the day. So it's just a massive cash loss. It's it is what it is. Deadly Legend, how are we? Good, thanks, mate. Things have been better, but we've got a great community here, mate, and we're going to get positive, I think, Deadly. We'll get positive, mate. Danny, g'day, mate. Hope you're well. 1847, nice. Could have been better if I had to change my trades and captain. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, so it's okay. Yeah, I had the big C on Maxi Gorn, so I've missed out on those big ceiling scores. I just can't get a captain right. Went safe the other week and should have taken the big one, but it is what it is. Is Pedler our next rookie pick? Well, I'll ask the Adelaide boys. I think George is probably a man to go to. Got the great MJ, obviously. Wiz. There's heaps of great Crom men out there. Brent as well. Bloke, if you're watching, I've been trying to get onto you. So make sure you get onto me, mate. If his job security is looking okay, then it's a lowish type break even. What is it, around 150k? It could be, but I'm not the expert here with the Crom, unfortunately, mate. Kalen was 63rd, 1780. Yeah, it should be top 200, I think, mate. And if your bad buy's out of the way, that's awesome for you, mate. Cash Gen is cooked. Absolutely it is, mate. Jonas, Cleary shit the bed with a 6 so badly. Put a knife in my trade plans for next week. Yeah, I was a Cleary owner, mate, and I still am. I wish it was past tense, but still am. Rosie trade, but Naz after the buy just feels better. Yeah, originally I was going with Nas in this week, but faded him in the end as well. So I just went completely rogue compared to what I was going to do. Jules, how are you, buddy? Crazy Frogs. Hey, mate. 1803 this round. Tough round. Real good in, but Toby Green was disappointing. Yeah, Tobes, he had that sort of one really nice score, didn't he? Made a couple of other decent ones, but that low stretch. Unfortunately, we saw the lowest stuff again, but hopefully it comes good for you, brother. Stewie, how are you, mate? Hope you're well. 1868 is better for me. Felt like a train wreck watching it, but it might actually be moving up. I think that you probably will be, Stu, comparing it to a few of the blokes that I've been looking at anyway. Rogue might come down to the wire with trades, but was hoping to hold Marek as F6, but he's got to go blood. He has to go blood. You've said it very, very well there, Rogue. He's got to go, mate. Absolutely got to go. Liam, 1738 this week, 861k in the bank and 16 trades. You're in a very nice position there, mate. And you can invest in some nice players coming off that round 12 buy as well. Gee, Shano, 1950 plus is awesome, mate. Foolishly antipoded the Twin Towers, so no Gorn Capitano. Well, that's not a bad thing, I don't think, mate, this week anyway. Carl, how are you, mate? G'day, DR. Hope that you're well, mate. Great to hear from you, buddy. Hope you are well and having a good round, legend. A heck of a lot of 1780s to 1790s in my leagues. Yeah, I agree. I think that is that around the par, maybe the sort of 1800 range, potentially. Hawksy, hey, buddy. 1982. A shame that Marek's magnet cost me 2,000. I haven't even looked at his score. I haven't looked at the final scores for that game. It was just train wreck, wasn't it? On a wing. Shano somehow ended up triple downgrading. Gross, Reed, Archie Wicks, Gray, then thought it was clever when I traded my flex Cleary to Bowen. QLN sub missed his break even, incredibly scored less than Cleary. What a week. What a week, Shano. It's so hard to predict these things. And, you know, you look at the West Coast situation, Clay Hall, what more can Clay Hall do? What more can the bloke do? I think it was another 29 touches and 2 goals on the weekend. I just don't know. Jakey, 1924, brought in Caldwell this week for Marek. Traded Cleary to Keeler. I was having a really close look at Keeler as well. Needed a week like this. Good on you, mate. Good to see that everyone isn't suffering like I am. See, I don't think all remove sub rule. So it's the AFL remove sub rule. So it's Supercoach to make price changes happen faster, like in fantasy. That could be something they may look at, mate. But again, I think that's something that does separate Supercoach from fantasy at the same time. G-Bags, how are you, legend? Disappointing week for me in Supercoach. Got a score of 1729. Was able to get some cash, which helps me get in Butters round 14. I'm planning on the same thing. But being a Hawks fan has me questioning my sanity this week. Yeah, the Hawks are a little bit off, aren't they? Even my lines are a little bit off. But I think you just need to bank those wins. But, yeah, something not quite right with the Hawkers at the moment, buddy. Ed Allen, thoughts? I didn't watch him closely enough on the weekend. So, stock market for that one, buddy. But I'll definitely, have a good look at him for you then, mate. Stewie, right now, what are your rage trades? My rage trades, Marek, like this bloke is out. Look, I should not be. Now, I'll respect Ryan Marek. Do you know what? Because he's been a wonderful pick and I should have gone through with the trade. So I can't blame Ryan Marek. I blame myself on this. So I'm not going to blame Ryan Marek. But yeah, he's my rage trade. He's gone, mate. You got to get rid of him. There's no questions asked about that, which, trade plans moving forward. And I've been playing this game long enough to know that your best laid plans never, ever happen, but it is frustrating at the same time. But, so Marek's gone. To be honest, to be completely honest, it is so tempting just to get the Bont in. You know, I've got a decent, well, not decent compared to 600k like some blokes, but I've got over 200k in the bank. So I think it's going to be Marek and Cleary at this stage out for Bont and Clark. I think that would make the most sense. But sensibly planning forward, I haven't planned for Bont now. It's like that last luxury, but things change and but that's a rage trade at the moment, bud. May the Sydney Swans and Dean Cox never win another game. Absolute flog Cox, and looks like he's a prize turkey as a coach. Well, when mold-mannered Wayne Miller is hopefully urinals. Wayne Miller. Now, I've not heard the man say a word in his life, I must admit, but it was an interesting comment, wasn't it? For anyone that hasn't heard, he did mention they were a rabble, apparently. So I don't think that was done in a malice way. I just think that he may have minced his words a little bit. I don't know if he's apologised or anything like that, but yeah, it just does go to show. I'm spewing because I collect the select cards, and I've got a premiership predictor from Sydney. I got it nice and early. I thought, beautiful, here we go. Jeez, I'd trade it for the North Melbourne one probably at the moment. 1868 for Shane Will Ashcroft VC Loop. Nice. That's a pod as well, buddy. 1786 Placey. How are you, mate? Went Gorn over Baz for captain, which hurt me. I haven't looked at Baz's score. Originally, I was going to go Gorn into Baz, but I ended up going Trocky Neal into Gorn instead. So I just can't believe it. Shano waiting for George to spew him out. Oh, do you know what? There's two parts of the emotion to this. Is that George is, for me, George is entertaining, whether or not he has a poor week, a great week, whatever. You think back to the Pierre days and, having a shot and all this. I love George. Yeah, a great man. But it will be a really entertaining video. Like, I'm really looking forward to the watch. But at the same time, I'm genuinely disappointed for him. Like, I am disappointed. I really want to see everyone in the community, particularly blokes like George, go really, really well. And he's got the runs on the board that suggests that he knows what he's doing. This is, look, it was an early trade-in. He'd regret it, and it wasn't the best move he's made. Probably a poor one for a coach of his quality. But can you predict this? No, you can't. Ross said he's coming into the midfield. You're probably waiting for those minutes, and you're expecting the minutes not to be huge when he first comes in. But with the rookie situation, you've got to take that into account. You have to, well, you don't have to, but we need to look at players like Philippou because the rookie cupboard is so bare. So I don't blame George for that, but yeah, it's going to be an entertaining one. But I wish he did better for Georgie's sake. Last game of the round, West Coast versus Longford-Shano, more entertaining than expected. Felt Flynn and Holmes a little underscored. I like hearing that actually from a selfish point of view. I was watching Holmes at stages and he was taking the piss. Like, I don't know how many running bounces a man had and meters gained. It was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. He played so well from what I saw. And Flynn looked pretty good also. Don't know what his break even is going to be, Flinny. I would love to get Holmes as well, but unfortunately, just that round 16 buy in Caldwell, and it's tough. Tris, 1186, pretty happy with that, considering I held Marek. There must be a mistake there, mate. 1186, you're not happy with that, brother. Trading for sure. Also lucky to see Cleary was sub, so swap my trade out of Hall to Cleary. Yeah, nice one, bro. Placey, good game on Thursday night with your Lions DR. Too good in the end. Oh, look, Placey, from an Essendon perspective, your boys did a super job. Nate Caddy, I was sitting there trying not to enjoy his game as a Lions man. I don't own him Supercoach, so I've got no affiliation in any way to Nate Caddy. But in the end, I had to sit there and enjoy it. How can you not? So, yeah, great game by your boys as well. But, geez, we just got there in the end. Just got there. Phil Plu, that is the best way to describe it, mate. 1886 even. I was going to say, Tris, that was a low one with the 1100 on there, brother. Well done, mate. Bro, 1700 on the dot this week. Triple downgrade to bank the cash for Bont, another primo. Well, you take that on a bad buy round. You've triple downgraded. You've got the cash. You bring the great man into your side, so you can't be too disappointed with that one, mate. Matty, 1862, thanks to a few pods in Clug and on Clark. 1300 rank. Hopefully a nice rank boost. Yeah, I think you will. Oh, absolutely. Sorry, 1962. Absolutely you will there, mate. 1875 for ADSR. Well done, mate. 1599. Think I'm cooked this week for GOAT. Was ranked 6,350. Oh, well, Supercoach isn't everything. You've said it so well there, mate. And I've understood this particularly this year. Supercoach is not everything. And you'll bounce back, mate. As a Croms man, Shana says, Pedler is very highly rated, gives our forward line a bit of variety. There was one effort in particular that I'm sure the coaches would have loved. There you go, from a great Croms man himself. You've got some positive feedback there, so could be a pick for you. Clayhall started and waffle with 29 disposals, 6 marks, 5 tackles and 2 goals. As I mentioned, mate, 29 and 2. Add the 5 tackles. What more can the man do, Jonas? That's my question. What more can he do? What's he got on Mini? I don't know. Excuse me, I've got something in the throat, I think. Had to field a Cleary 6 sums up my year for Bo season. Sorry, Bo, we'll call you. Mate, what do you say? What do you say, Bo? CJC. Oh my God, I love Elijah Hewitt. How many underscoring premiers this week? I can't believe it. Oh, what did he do? See, here's another one that I traded out 2 weeks ago. I think just up, down, up, down. Oh, in hindsight, he's a bloke that you just keep, I think. But no, I didn't. But you did. So I'm guessing you scored okay. Well done, mate. All right, let's do it. Very quickly, because I've literally haven't been able to bring myself to look at the scores because I'm just seeing. Is that the final scores? Are you telling me that Holmes got 107 for that performance? Max Holmes got 107. As an owner, I was prepared. Like, I did not watch the whole game. Like, I was sort of out doing bits and pieces. For Max Holmes to get a 107, from what I saw, that was highway robbery. Just in the amount of game that I watched, I thought that was 95 to 100 worth of points. That's a massive win as a non-owner. Terrible as an owner. Geez, only the 129 for Baz. Baker. Hewitt 92. What a win. What did Marriott get? Oh, God, I'm still going down. 64, 63. It's disaster. 60. 156 break even, 90, 45, 40. He's losing 40K, isn't he? That hurts. That really does hurt. Bo Allen 3. Crikey. Brock 51. Someone looking to bring him in this week. Closey 7. Jeez, where's Stewart? 103 for Stewart. See, the game that I watched, I would have said 40 worth of points I've seen Stewart. So I must have missed big moments. Cameron with the 104. Hey, what did he do in the last quarter? Oh, man. Well, there you go. Oscar Allen, 77. Well, there you go, eh? Interesting. Very interesting, those scores. All right. Noah, 1883 this week. 12 out of 12 in head-to-head. So, yeah, 1,800 plus must be a pretty good score, brother. Hero of the week, Callan Ward. Oh, man. Isn't that just terrible? This bloke's a champion, and I've got a mate who, a sister's, brother's, daughter's, auntie's, cousin type thing, but just said he's legitimately a ripping fella. And just showed so much character, didn't he, mate? So much character. That's, massive shame. Clear and Lindsay out. Lindsay could have got that 70. So I've looked at his scores. Like, I think he's going to be about 340 just before after the bye based on 70s. And if he had to kick straight, just one of those goals, it's a 70. So don't know what he got scaled to in the end, but from my watch, I think that's what it was looking like. Matty, please, mate. Shannon, what about me? Neil, very lucky to get to 58. Don't play the break even game, kids, please. Yeah, Shannon, Neil, what about me? He's going to be a good player, but Supercoach-wise, I didn't think he was a pick. Broads, contemplating going either Clark or Nas for D6 after round 13 by forced to get one of them at flex. Thoughts? Yeah, I think that's fine. You'd rather... Well, I'm sure you'll have a defender with DPP status you can put in the flex. So like a Sinclair, for example, or a Sheasley if you're going to keep someone like a Shees. So, I think that's fine, mate. And I'm, possibly looking to do the same thing. We'll see what happens. Bales, me again. Only problem is Nanka's gone 128 and 142 in his last two. Has he really, mate? Has he really? Well, it depends if you want to play the break-even game. Well, you could get TDK out if you want, but just the fact that he's not going to miss another game unless it's through injury or whatever, then Yeah, but I'll need to look at the numbers, I think, brother. Jules, trading in Kyle Lohman for flex. Excuse me. Is he 100% fit? I don't think he's 100%, mate. He went off early with an ankle, but just had it strapped up, came back on and probably had his most impactful game of the year. I think it's a very risky one, mate. He's right up your alley, actually, Jules, as a pick, but I'll need to look at his numbers and break even all the rest, but he wouldn't be someone I'd be thinking of at the moment, mate. But yeah, we'll look into it for you, mate. Rogue, if you're going to blame anyone, blame his coach. Why move a player settling into his role and then sub him? Who knows, Rogue? Who knows, mate? How come you ignore my message when you put it on screen? What have I done? No, nothing, Scoop. So I put the I copied and pasted the link there, didn't I? I'll put it down again there, mate, for you. No, nothing. Hopefully that one's worked there, Scoopsy. Geez, I must be behind in the comments here. What's the time? How long have I been going for? All right. 1920 on for Campbell. Carried my Nanderson and Erasmus on Hewitt on field. Very nice, mate. Yeah, the Noah coaster. God love that, man. Joshy, bias to Stewart. Work wonders. Hoping he turns out a solid D6. Very nice. It was the week to get off bias, wasn't it? Trade Lindsay or Lashcroft first for Bont. You need to look at the break-evens, but I'd probably prefer to hold Lashcroft at this stage, I think, mate. Placey, waste my VC on Neil. So did I, mate. Can't believe I started him at 645K. Don't think I'll start him next year. Absolutely not for me, mate. But I'm in the same boat. A really frustrating pick this year. Carl, shout out to Kai. Bought him in for job security. And because he looked to be building, big fella just about topped my scores this week. Brilliant, mate. Oh, my goodness. I just not even thought about him as a pick. So that is absolutely fantastic, mate. Rogue, praise his son, also known as Noah Anderson. Great fella, mate. The ruck-doll Matty Flynn could only manage a 79 versus the Cats as solo ruck. Yeah, maybe underscored, as someone said, but disappointing for owners. Looks like I must trade out next week, is he? Due to the break-even, don't know what it is. Trade out Merrick likely this week, but I trade in Toby Green. So, yeah, you win some, you lose some, don't you, mate? Can you bring in Caldwell for 440K? I wish I could. It just doesn't fit the buy structure. In saying that, Placey, could he be a 3-week play? I'm probably not in the trade position to do so, but maybe. Logs, how are you, bud? 1680, goodbye, top 700. Pooh Bice and Merrick stinking up. Ouch. Might hold Pooh for a buy and assess. Bice, Merrick to Bond Clark. I think that'll be a pretty popular combo there, mate. Not sure if Bond is good for my team long term, but I want the great man. I'm in exactly the same position. Merrick was playing wing and sub, please. Terrible, buddy. Terrible. Holmes played very low. Tog last quarter annoyed me. Okay, I didn't watch the last quarter, mate, so I was getting the stream organised and all that sort of stuff. So unfortunate, because I watched him for a fair bit of the game and he was on fire. Thoughts on bringing in Libba? I keep saying no because of that concussion scare, one more away from retirement and all the rest, but he just keeps on producing, so don't listen to me. He's playing really well, but is he the third bloke that you'd really want? Like, you probably want Bond, Richards. Libby's probably the third cog, isn't he? Which is amazing to say. But, I think I've got to say he's going to be a good selection. CR7, McClug VC 1948. Targeting the players who don't get tagged is the move this year. Absolutely. And that's a big thing Spills and I were huge on in the preseason and late last year. I think we brought up as a massive conversation piece in one of our potties. And, it was just an unfortunate one, a very unfortunate one that we didn't go through with our thinking. Campbell, really like Cameron as a pod for the rest of the year. Definitely a few bags in his fixture. There absolutely is. And someone that we need to give attention to. The only issue is he got the big two, which does hurt. Oh, sorry, Scoopsy. Yeah, I thought I put it through. That is that's the link there, brother. So I'm using a different device in that at the moment as well. So I can't actually see certain things at the moment. I've got this old device. It's doing my head in. Kev, hey, all along, my plan was to bring in Bonds. Doesn't feel right to pay that much for a player. What? Sorry, I completely lost it. What's going on there? Sorry, ASDR. Cameron, 4 goals in the last quarter. There you go. So that's, I missed a big last quarter. Sorry, Kev, back to this. My plan was to bring in Bond. Doesn't feel right to pay that much for a player. Who do you think, Libba or Ed instead? Thanks. Well, I would always go with Ed Richards. I I shouldn't rant, but I was all over Ed Richards when not a soul was even talking to him in the preseason. He was locked into my team. Like, go back. I've got so many receipts out there. I said he's going to be my pod going into this year. Is undroppable from my side. And then he had that calf injury, or was it the quad calf? I think it was a calf injury preseason. I thought, I just can't do it now. I just can't do it because I hadn't actually got to watch him in a preseason game fit before round one. I thought, it's just, I can't do it given the fact that he hasn't played a preseason game I've watched. So in the end, I was just almost forced to, well, I wasn't forced, but I took that injury into account too much and just couldn't do it, man. Just couldn't do it. So I'll go Ed Richards. Graz had Sion Sinclair was on 86 at half time, was he? Ended on bloody 113. Ouch. Geez, so that's a low. What, 14? Jeez. That's very un-Jack Sinclair-like, isn't it? That's that second half. But look, he'll come good, mate. And look, a 113, you're complaining as a captain, but I suppose, look, taking into account what Gawn got, you're not going too badly there, I don't think, bro. Holden Lindsay Pryor Cleary. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking, says CJ, Lindsay Pryor Cleary to Bont, Caldwell, and rookie most likely Clark. 320 in the bank this week. Like it, mate. Like it. Super Bro. Hey, legend. If you haven't checked out Super Bro, make sure that you do. Runs a YouTube channel, an absolute legend of a bloke as well. We caught up last time at the Doctor Supercoach catch-up. How you going, Dex? Let me know if you're going because we do need to catch up there again, mate. Always a great day there. I was going to say where it was. It's a secret location, so I won't say that. But go legend. Hope you're going well. You too, man. Such a frustrating week this week. Held Nank all year. I remember we were talking about Nank as well. And he managed, and he was managed last week, so I had to trade him. And he comes up this week for 142, traded in Wits as a pod. Rip. So unlucky, man. And it doesn't frustrate you when the timing, it should be there and you do it at the right time and everything seems like you should do it at that time and then it's just the wrong time. You can't help certain things, can you, buddy? So unbelievable. This bloke's legend, Jordan Di Natale. Hey, George. Dear mate, hope all is well with you. Mate, this week was something all right. Oh, man, I tell you, let's just forget that it happened, Jordan, I think, mate. Keep up the great work and effort as always, mate. Thank you very much, mate. You always got really kind feedback, lovely words. So appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you, mate. Anthony, Langford and Bice to Bont and Clark for me. Yes. Look, Bont's going to be a popular trading option. Do we pay up this much? It's probably not responsible, but we're rage trading at the moment, aren't we? And we can bring in Bont at the moment because we can reverse if we need to, mate. Hawksy, don't know what the move is. Was pretty happy with my midfield and defense. Had Flynn in flex and 2 rookies plus Marek Daniel forward. Now Marek must trade, and so is Flynn. Trades below. That's the trouble, isn't it, mate? I changed my thinking on Marek, halfway through the weekend, and I just wish I had gone through with what the gut feel was. I've got to stop listening to outside noise. I've played the game for long enough, and I rate my own knowledge of the game to back what I think and not get sucked into particular calls and data that I wasn't reading too much into. But it is what it is, mate. It is what it is. Scoopsy got 5 in stream. Shit, do I? Hang on. What do I do here? Oh, sorry. Scoop, hang on. Oh, here he is here. We get the great man on.
Hello, dear.
Mate, sorry, mate. Mate, I promise there's nothing personally, mate. I've got this new little device here, mate, this little laptop thing. Yeah. And everything is very different here, brother. And
that's right.
I had that link in the comments. I must have not.
You must have put it in the private chat or something, did you?
I've done something there, mate. So good to have you with us, mate. So
no worries.
Tell us, mate, how are you feeling as a Saints man? You said you've got. I can see in the private chat you got 5 minutes, so mate. So
yes,
give us 5 minutes.
Now you can hear that.
Scoops, mate.
Yes, no worries. We'll fit it into 5. Yes, Flag Saints is back. It's sarcasm, by the way. That was a great win. No, well-deserved victory. I mean, you know what, DR? People keep talking about, Melbourne peppered this, Melbourne peppered that. I feel like a lot of their shots, albeit like the ones you can get, they weren't like say, oh my God, he's missed from the goal square level of misses. There were like, say, in play stoppages and like they're out the side and they're like pressured into just hack kicking it out and hope it falls in. They had a few of them, or shots that are 50-50. So I feel like a lot of that was through our pressure. And to be honest, we deserved to win anyway. And some of the commentary said we were better than them anyway. So Butler kicking forwards back was great. Devastating. Yeah, I just heard you briefly before say about was it Spelsy or someone about Filippo. That was my secret. I was going to bring him in last week, and then his breaking was like 80. I'm like, oh well, I'm not going to bloody bother then.
Jeez, tough, mate, isn't it? Tough.
But you know what Ross did say about him? The good news is for Spelsy, or George, or whoever you're talking about earlier, about Filippo, Ross did say in his press it's a minor calf injury and he should be back after the bye, which our bye is next week. So in other words, next game he should be playing. So going off that, but then St Kilda have said this stuff in the past for anyone and doesn't always happen. Like King was 6 weeks and then it's 12 weeks and then it's 18 weeks. And now on the week, during the week, he says for King, could be around 18, 19 or 20-ish. So I was like, oh, for God's sakes. So
Jeez, pushing it out.
Yeah, it was a great win, though. I'm really happy with Butler's game, with Wilkie and Sinclair, as always, sinks. Now, I heard Graz mention Sinclair. He had 18, I think, at halftime, DR. Then he finished with 26. So they put a bit more work into him. But again, like you said to Graz's reply about 113, I mean, Gorn got 110. And there was no players, to be honest. It was my highest Supercoach score was Nick Martin, and he got 128 or something. So, I mean, I don't think there was really anyone scoring gigantic. Maybe people had a bunch of those 100-plus guys, but there was no one like a 150 or no one that people should have in Supercoach off the top of my head that were getting 150s or whatever. Like Neil under 100, Merritt under 100. Don't get me started on Sarong getting screwed at points yet again. He's going to be one of the most screwed over guys in Supercoach history. You can get 30 every. I get it that you have to do something, but he is getting clearances and stuff, and then he's still scraping over 100 or, just under it. It's all over the place.
That's been a tough pick for those that went there, and I think the same thing. It looks like he does more than what he gets scored for. It happens with a lot of players, unfortunately, doesn't it? But he's one particularly wrong that has been standing out a bit Scoops.
For sure. What did you see the incident? Now, people are going to call me biased for this because St Kilda, but did you see Aiden Johnson's dirty bump on Malera?
No, I didn't see it. No. So what
okay.
Did he leave the ground?
Explain it. Yeah. So I'm just trying to picture it in my head. So Malera, okay, I don't know the exact angle, but let's say the hypothetical. I know the angle, but we're on the field. I think it was about 50 metres out from Melbourne's goal. Malera is running straight forward at the ball. Like he didn't have the ball, but he was going at the ball. Johnson came from the side. So Malera's, say, running straight towards goals, and Johnson's come from the left side of the goals and just sideways slapped him, jumped off the ground, elbowed him in the face. And he did get tested. He eventually came on, but like 20 minutes later, I thought it was real dirty. And there was a few dirty tackles from Melbourne players, like Petty slammed Wilkie's head in the ground, and lucky he wasn't concussed. Max Gorn, albeit maybe not on purpose, picked Rowan Marshall up and threw him on his face. Lucky he didn't get concussed. And there was another one, Pickett. I don't know. I know he might be a good player and all this stuff, but I think Pickett. I don't know where I got Tom Hickey and Pickett from. But anyway, still thinking about the 4-club legend, DR, Tom Hickey. Love that guy. He was great. Good man. Underrated. I mean, he wasn't the best, but he was solid. That's for sure. But yeah, so yeah, he is. I can't remember how many games, but he was a good man, Tommy Hicks. But so yeah, Pickett. I feel like maybe having a good patch of form lately. But how many how many on-field jumper punches or gut punches does this guy do? And how much do you get to a point where you got to, or in general, got to suspend players more for this? Because it's dirty. I don't like the look of it. He just, like, he's getting beat. Winhager tagged him. So Winhager destroyed him, had like 29 touches and kicked a goal, Windy, I think, as well. And then Pickett had like 12 touches and did nothing. And all he's doing is just punching people in the gut to make himself known in the game, because that's all he did was punch people more than he kicked goals or done anything.
There's a nice little drop by his uncle Byron. Geez, he had a few instances, and the game was played a little bit differently back then. But he's had a few incidents now because he hasn't he, but would not have been happy getting blanketed like that. And what a game from Windy, getting that much of the ball yourself and also limiting the impact from Cozzy. Probably assume that the 5 coaches' votes from Rossi go to Windy on the day.
Yeah, you would think so. But in saying that, then Wilkie had 30 disposals for key defender, 15 intercept possessions, I think, like 8 1%ers as well. So, and so I would assume that Wilkie will probably get only because of, being a key defender. And Melbourne's forwards had zero impact. Most of their scores were just like, they were very limited. Like that, I don't think like Johnson didn't kick any. I don't think Fritsch, I think, only kicked one, and the rest were just from like Petrarca, I think, got two. So they're like their spread wasn't really their forwards. It was just more the everywhere whole way around the ground. Really, they didn't kick that many goals. They only kicked 7, I think. So, yeah. And then Isaac Keeler, I know he won't get coaches, or he might sneak in. He kicked 3, right? He had 10 goals, 10 disposals, like 7 marks. But in the first quarter alone, DA, he had 2 goals and like 6 possessions, like 4 marks on Stephen May. And Stephen May wasn't amazing, at least early, even though he finished on 136 or something somehow. But yeah, he torched him up.
Well, on Keeler, I was thinking, I didn't end up bringing him in, but I was thinking of bringing him in as a defender. I thought he was going to take up that spot for Dougal Howard, but so he played the game fully forward, did he? So that was just an experiment for the week, because he was actually named on the team sheet, I believe, in the back pocket as well. So I was assuming, hey, we're purchasing this bloke as defender, and my poor man Liam O'Connell, he got dropped as well. So I've got the side. So 2 questions, I suppose. Was that just the 1 week you think for Keeler down back? Is he, obviously after what he produced today, going to be spending his time up forward? And can O'Connell come back into the side anytime soon, or do you think Ross is enough with him?
Yeah, I think unfortunately for you and O'Connell, that won't happen next week, especially with Keeler. Now, Keeler did get named. Never believe St Kilda's lineups, Steve, please. They live injuries like Geelong, so I wouldn't believe their lineups either. I mean, Brad Hill keeps getting a game, so yeah, don't believe what they say. All right, but O'Connell probably won't get back in. I mean, if he did, it wouldn't be for Keeler directly. He played forward today, and he's played him mainly forward in the AFL. The VFL is where he's been all over the place. Like 1 quarter, he's in the forward line, but the AFL has kind of been Caminiti's been mainly the key defender when Keeler's been there and when Howard was out. So, it kind of depends on the matchups, I think, to be honest. But I think AFL wise, he has had a hinge up in the back line, but nothing substantial though. It's mainly forward, and that's probably the spot for him in AFL, because players like him playing as a key defender, especially if he's playing on someone like a Kerner or something, you might want to pull your hair out. So there you go.
No, very, very good advice, mate. Well, we've gone past the 5-minute mark. So, Scoops, what are you going to finish with here, mate? Because I know that you haven't got much time here, and I don't want to take up too much of your great time, great man. So tell us,
that's all right.
What are you going to finish off with here for Supercoach Talkback, round 12, buddy?
Supercoach related?
Anything you like, mate. No, does not have to be Supercoach related. Anything that you like, some advice, mate. You can go out however you like, my friend.
All right. Okay, well, I'll remind you with this. Never, ever trust Andrew McWalter. And I'm going to tell you why. Bo Allen, screwed. Clay Hall, screwed. Tom Gross, screwed. Ryan Marrick, as you mentioned before, screwed. Andrew McWalter is screwing people's Supercoach teams, and he gives 0 shits. Oh, and one thing I also want to mention to you and your audience, Damien Hardwick, very hypocritical, right, to be bragging about, ripping into us about our crowd attendance last week, albeit very bad. And yes, that's most of the time our crowds are shit, so I don't see he's not saying anything new. And anyway, last time I checked, didn't they, a side that's currently in the top 4, play a home game against another side, albeit interstate, that are going in for top 8 contention? Didn't they have 11,000 on the weekend? Last time I checked, 13,000 is more than 11,000, albeit small, still 2K or so more than yours. So very hypocritical. And by the way, on my own podcast, I did a stat analogy of the last 5 years, DR, of their crowd attendance average, home crowd attendance average. Ours, for most of the lowest one we've had in the 5-year block, right, including their first ever season, which normally, if you look at Tassie, people are pumping that up, right, in terms of people wanting it. Well, their first ever season in the competition was under 20,000. In fact, every home crowd attendance of the last 5 years, theirs is all below 20,000. And their highest home crowd attendance average in the last 5 years, their highest one, it is lower than all our 5 individually. So their best is number 6 between the two teams in the top 10.
Well, there you go. A bit of a drive-by to a couple of coaches there at the end, Scoops. I like that. I like that.
Yes. Absolutely. Coaches screw our Supercoach teams. Just remember that.
Some words of wisdom there. And Minnie,
Yes.
that's another screw you from me as well. So, great,
Yep.
man. Before you go, where can we catch you and your great work?
No, it's Scoops on literally just Scoops on YouTube. It's got just over 3K now. Instagram, AFL Info Live, and Facebook, Scoops All Things Footy 24/7. They're all under the same banner. Just Facebook makes you have another name, DR, because you can't have more than one page with the same name nowadays, at least, anyway.
Well, there you go. Well, the audience know where to find you, and I'm sure that those numbers will start to boost after that great chat.
Nice.
So all the best, mate, and hopefully we'll catch you next week. Catch you,
DR, sounds good. See ya.
All the best, mate. Catch you, buddy. The great man Scoops, and a couple of drive-bys, and I absolutely agree with Minnie. He is screwing our Supercoach sides at the moment. Silver Pigeon, this is a man that definitely knows how to play the game. Hey, I love your work. Appreciate that, mate. Solid with a 2015 solid. Crikey, mate. That is more than solid, let me tell you. Missed a few points going green instead of Anderson as C. Oh, that is first world Supercoach problems there, Pidge. Well done. A 2,000 plus. Jeepers. That's amazing. Good on you, mate. Dalik, really debating Bont or Brayshaw this week. I don't think it will get that much cheaper than what they are right now. And do you know what? That's a decent call, because this is why I tend to start with Bont each and every year, because he never really comes down to a price where you go, yes, we can absolutely jump on him here at a bargain. You seem to always need to pay up for him. And that's why I start him. It's just lock him in. You reduce your headaches. Obviously, we couldn't this year, unfortunately. So it's so tough, isn't it? But he's one of those players where you can reach the 700K type mark. So it's not the worst price for Bont. And excuse me. Sorry, I normally mute myself there. Apologise. Brayshaw's had a phenomenal season as well. Is he going to get more attention now? Possibly. Tomo Holloway, Richards was Skodfather's weapon at the start. Elite call. Yeah, Abs and I had a playful little argument. We're like, hey, no, I was on this man first. I was on him first. Let's go back. But no, we were both a massive fan of Richards, and Abs didn't really worry as much as I did about that preseason injury. But I tell you what, yeah, after speaking with Matty about him on that Dogs podcast, and he just gone tick, tick, tick. It was such an obvious pick to me, but it is what it is. In the top 3%, not for long, traded in Heaney. He was actually on my potential hit list, but decided to go a different midfielder instead, who I still haven't revealed yet, have I? Sabre. All right. My big question for the week, next round. Hewitt or Chera? For me, runners so good to not get either in. Well, Hewitt's had that bigger ceiling, hasn't he? Does more of a run with roll at times. Chera gets just off the chain compared to Hewitt with that run with roll. But look, yeah, let me have a think about it. Like, the obvious one's just to say Hewitt, but I really rate what Chera's been doing lately, and he's been looking really good. But you're not wrong with the run. That it's a really nice run. What does Clay all need to do to get a game? I've been saying this for I don't know how many weeks. Week upon week upon week upon week. What does he have to do? I can't believe he got dropped to start with, but I wish I knew the answer to that, Sabre. Ghosty, hey mate, this is my worst week for the buys. Had 6 and still managed 1850. I don't want to read these comments. It's getting me even more depressed. That is a ripping score, mate. Kept Marrick would have only had 17. Yeah. Seeing him line up on the wing, I knew what was coming. If I'd have seen the start of the game and seen him on what would I have done, though? What would I have even done? Geelong, I can't invest in. West Coast, there's nothing I could have done. I was screwed. So it is what it is. Oh, man. Why don't I go with McGutt? At least you didn't have 22 playing for a 1708. Oh, Ant. That's very, very tough, mate. That is very, very tough. You're kidding, mate. I don't know what it was about. Sorry, Scotty. I'm probably so late with these comments here. What did you poll? I don't know what you polled. One-eyed. I don't know if you guys are having a conversation here. Sorry, guys. I've completely missed the boat on that one. Apologies. Cause of the ladies, man. Black Legends in the house. 17-12 cause. I was trading Marek till O'Connell got dropped. Only had 17. Frustrating, mate. I was trading him as well. I need to go through with my original trades. That's what I need to do. Stop thinking over the weekend. Hawks would love to bring in Bont without trading Marek, Daniel Roberts, or Long, but I don't think I can do it this week. I need a forward. Might need Matt Kennedy. He's been a decent pod, mate. A decent pod. Bringing all the dogs. that could be an absolute strategy, couldn't it? All right. I'm gonna skip through this. All right. I don't know. This is St Kilda was founded in 1873. GC Suns founded in 2009. I don't know who that's a dig at. Either team, I'm not sure. Yeah, this is a great question, Jonas. Is Matty Roberts worth holding past his round 14 bye? What's the time? All right, 53 minutes. All right, we'll go for about another 10. So I'll just get to my screen here. Matty Roberts. Let's have a quick look at Roberto. So 91, compared to the other, like we're getting 90 odds from our elite midfielders. All right, so we sort of, 90, 91, that's all right. So Richmond at the G. So we're definitely holding. For this Richmond game. Port at the Adelaide Oval. Well, Port haven't been fantastic. And then we're looking at Dogs, Freo, Saints, North, Giants, Essendon, Brisbane, Geelong, and then the nice one there. Look, you'd like to move him on, wouldn't you? But the way that, let's just say, Sheasel's playing, is he any better than Sheasel, or is Sheasel any better than him? Oh, I'm really not too sure. So, yeah, potentially it's a question I need to ask myself, and how many trades you've got. It's very team dependent, I think, this one. Feels like for my team there are big issues in Roberts, but might be way to Butters. That is going to be a few people's thinking, mate. I think if you've got, say a Roberts and a Marek, the decision's very easy. It's Marek. Lucky Roberts has a pretty friendly buy for most as well. Hey, how are you, brother? We need to have a good chat, man. Need to have a good chat. Had an absolute howler. I'm with you, mate. Let's commiserate together very, very soon, mate. Scorched, how are you, my man? Hey, mate, from Chile, New Zealand, scored 1928 this week. Well, it's Chile and New Zealand, but that score is fire, my friend. That's a very hot score for the week, and I'm assuming you'll be going up in those ranks. So congrats, buddy. Oh, actually, a 1948, a couple of, 20 points as a bit of a cherry on top. Nice work, man. Had a rough week, went to captain on Holmes over Baz. Holmes looks so good. I can't believe the bloke didn't get a 150 plus. That's why I didn't even want to look at the scores, because Holmes is someone I would really, really love to get him aside. But the buy, I just can't because of the buy. And that's another reason why I didn't jump on Caldwell early, although I did want the extra week. So probably I can't blame it on that Caldwell. I did want the extra week on Caldwell, but I'd love to get Caldwell in this week, for example, but I just can't. I don't know. Sorry, just did that one. Daz, how are you, Daz? You got to get Scoops back for a drive-by. You love this passion. You call it, stick that up. Yeah, Jack could be the segment name. I love that, mate. Yeah, Scoopsy is a very passionate man. Now, with Scoops, you'll love his opinion or you'll hate his opinion. But one thing that we can't deny is his absolute passion for the Saints and for the game as well. So good on you there, Daz. Dogs have the fourth easiest run for sure. Well, Causa. The Bond's going to tempt many, isn't he? Nathan Code. Hey, Nath. Hey, legend. How are you, Nath? Hope you've had a great round, buddy. Ghost, original plan was going to be dead rookie to Angus Clark, same as me originally. Marshall TDK, and then Lindsay to Caldwell, and have no rookies left, but got to get rid of Marek now. That was a decent plan, man. A very decent plan. But Marek, I think he's got to be a must trade. I think he does. Of course, I might use my last boost this week. Fonte rookie trade a few weeks ago with cash. now with his 83 this week. What a move that was, Causa. Very nice, mate. And what a week for him to score that much for you on field as well. Dalek certainly picked an interesting year to start playing Supercoach. Yeah, well, I don't even want to think about how long I've been playing. I shouldn't even admit it. It's been like 20 years. But this year, it's been different, man. I tell you what, it's been different. But circumstances in my life and different things happening have made things different for me as well. But the game it's so tough. It's so tough this year. It really, really is. And I think the luck element has certainly come more into it. But it is what it is. It's a free game that I still enjoy playing, just not as much, it seems, at the moment. Merrick to call straight up and keep Lindsay for one more week. Yes, I don't mind that. Lindsay, I think, is going to be a fine hold. I might be able to use remaining cash to go Lindsay to Stewart via DPP. Rookie free with 9 trades left to sideways as needed. I'm not a fan of the Stewart pick. People will be completely against me for that. And guess what? You could be completely right and it could turn out well. It's just at his age with his durability, I can see him missing more games of football. I would bet more money, and I'm not a betting man, that he will miss a game rather than not miss a game. And I know we're halfway through the season and durability risk goes down because we've already gone through halfway. But I don't know. For me, I'm not a fan of the pick. But if you are, then go for it, brother. Go for it. Holmes got sat for 15 minutes straight. Thanks, Quinny. What do you say about that? It was, you'd think it would be a management thing, wouldn't you? What I don't know what the turnaround's going to be for Geelong, but surely that's got to be a management thing. He was killing it. That is so unfortunate. I think that Janeth brought him in, so that's really unfortunate. Thanks for that, mate. That is probably the reason for that 107. But in saying that, surely he did all of his work in the first 3 quarters enough to warrant a really nice score there. That's pretty unfortunate, I think. Hey again, bud, looking at trading in either Bont or Libba. We able to afford both. Just curious on who would consider as buck for dollars. Well, let's have a look. Doggies. Where are the dogs? Oh, so they didn't play, of course. All right, we'll go to players. Because there's been a fair bit of discussion about Bont. All right, so it's 643 with a break-even of 136. If we look at his scores so far, he's got the 159, 128, 141, then down 99, 140, 107. So you're 99 to 107. That's absolutely going to be your floor with Bont, apart from a random game for, and who knows with Bevo if they send him forward to rest up or whatever. But with Bont, this is the reason why the 159 to the 128 to the 141, one poor one, but then back up to the 140. This is why he never comes right down, because as soon as he has a poor game, he just goes bang, takes a piss for the next week. And then you think, damn, okay, well, do I just continue to wait? What do I do? So that break even of 136, he's already had the 1, 2, 3 games out of 6. So half his games, he's already hit that break even. So we're not relying on that break even to allow him to drop in price. Who's he coming up against? He's coming up against the Hawks. So, look at what Brisbane did to them the week before. Yeah, it's dangerous. You look at this. You look at North. You look at Sydney. You look at St Kilda. Crikey. Now, Windy will probably try to go to him. Or does Windy go to Ed Richards? People asking about Richards and Libba, that's another thing that you may take into consideration. I would assume that the tag would go to Richards. But did he score that massive score when they were meant to tag him, didn't they? Or when he even got tagged? Was it before the bye? So who knows? It's, as you said, tough year to start playing. So the fixture here, you look at that there. That's really nice. At Marvel too. And do you know what? Another thing with Bont, does it even matter about the opposition? Who's going to stop him? Nobody. So I really do love the Bont. I wasn't planning on doing it. If I wasn't a content creator, I would do it. Maybe I should, just because I love watching him play. And legitimately, there hasn't been a season, I think, and you can probably check back. The last 5 years, I haven't started with him. I think I'm going to get him this week. I think I should just get him. Libba. So he's under 600k. So we don't need to look at the draw because same. What a consistent year. 120, 142, 133, 102, 101, 114, 125, 73, 32, 140, 129. The bloke's had one failure. Don't listen to me on this. 142, 133, 125, 132. The bloke's so many captaincy worthy scores. You could so easily go him. I just worry about Libba. Do you know what? Why don't we just bring in Richards, Libba, and Bont? Because we know for a fact that at least two of them are going to get off the chain and give you some sort of ceiling numbers. I really like both. I really like. Hang on. How can I say really like Libba when I've said? It's just that one worry. It's just that concussion worry. Maybe I need to get that out of my head and just say go with him. Maybe I do. All right, we're over an hour, so I'm going to turbo through this. Hawksy, early thirds on Flynn to Clark. I like that. Marek to Kennedy. Bit of cash for the following week. Only have 20 trades, though. We'll only have 20 trades. Hawksy, only 20. 20 compared to, like, everyone I know is huge. So, no, mate, go for your life with 20 trades. That is absolutely fine. You're in a good position trade-wise there. Uncle Akka, do you think you'll ever retire from Supercoach? This is actually a funny question because one of the boys were asking me the other day, when are you going to retire? When are you going to stop doing YouTube? I don't know. I really don't know. When people stop watching, I suppose, or when people look, I'll listen to the crowd. I'll listen to the community, Akka. So when people finally say to me, I'm sure there'll be a time, DR, it's time to hang up the boots. When I get that little tap on the shoulder, at least you've got all the saw play crew. They are all much younger than me, almost half my age, some of these blokes. So the great thing is when I'm ready to just hang them up, I'll just pass on the baton to the next bloke down, and there'll be a heap of fellas in there. So, yeah, when I'm old and senile, I think, mate. But haven't got any plans anytime soon anyway. Look, to be honest, with the content, it's retiring from Supercoach, I'll never do. Retiring from content's a different thing. It's been tempting with lots of stuff that's been going on, but I can't do it. I do enjoy it too much. I love the community too much. But yeah, look, we'll see what happens if things potentially don't settle down next year. No, I'm not. I won't. Yeah, we'll see what happens, mate. But I'm thinking long term in for it for sure. Dasmo for Caldwell, what do you reckon? Great man. Is it solid? It's very solid, mate. I really like that, Daz, and I think it's an extremely solid trade in, my friend. Amar, I think it's Amar. How are you, mate? You can go Hewitt down to Clark, then Lashcroft to Bont or Libba. Yep, think they're going Shees to Dacos with a third. Well, Shees has just come off the bye, but with a huge break, even if you don't trust him, I think it's fine. Just keep in mind that Dacos will be missing a game. But yeah, I think those are fine, mate. Oh dear, I wrote 20 trades. I meant 10. Oh, I was going to say. Oh, man, 10 trades is vastly different. So I'll tell you what, mate. In the sword play potty, I'll put out the tweet, the mailbag tweet, on the Tuesday night, like 7 o'clock-ish maybe. Pop your team in there, mate. Put in your situation, and we'll help you out there, mate, so I can actually see the team and all that, buddy. Dids, is 1906 a decent score this round? Absolutely. I think that it is, mate. I think that it is, Dids, but we'll be able to see, I'm guessing soonish. I haven't seen open yet the comments, so we'll see, mate. Nikki, ADR, hey, mate, if anyone is looking at a bit of a pod finish of the year as a D7 type, Sam Banks is someone to keep an eye on, I reckon. Yeah, got a good role, doesn't he? Getting some kick-ins for the Tigers. Need to look at his numbers. Good shout there, brother. H, Bont this week, or value picking Caldwell, or is it Holmes, Whitfield look at? All options there, mate, for sure. But for me personally, I think I'm just going to get the great man in. I don't want to blow up the side. And I paid up for Gorn. I shouldn't. the little devil on my shoulder is saying, doing it, H, just get Bont in, man. It's so tough, though, isn't it? Sorry, Locke. How are you, legend? And again, anyone that is not aware of this man's great channel, where have you been for a start? But make sure that you check out Locke's great YouTube stuff as well. 1684. Geez, you've had a bit of a yo-yo sort of couple of rounds, haven't you, in the last 5 weeks, Locke? We've seen the best of you and the worst of the team, but it's so much luck, isn't it? You know what? With a 1684, that means one thing, Locke. You're getting like a 2500 or something next week, legend. So, yeah, congrats on your season so far, mate. Head. What was that? Head. Oh, is that maybe with the 10 to 20 trades like the head is all over the shop? Maybe, mate. Yeah, mine is at this stage. I've already gone over time, so we are gonna turbo and finish. Daz, got the money to go from Merrick to Bond. Is it time? Look, it's rage trades at the moment. Now, please, any advice I'm giving you right now, please take it with a grain of salt. Please take it with a grain of salt. I haven't watched all the matches and all the rest. I try to get through all the tape during the week. But, yeah, I think it's time. In this frame of mind, it's time. It's not the responsible thing to say, I don't think. Stoner like going to get a game for GWS anytime soon. Too much bench rot already. Yeah, I'll wish on you, Jonas. Fonte is probably the man, isn't he, that came in for... Was he? I think the man that came in for Stone. And Leak, I don't think so. And the only reason why I say that is because they've had midfield issues lately with so many blokes out. Surely that's the time where you got to see Leak. So it worries me it's a bit of a Clay Hall situation because I know that Leak, looking at the stat sheet, dominated on the weekend as well. So, yeah, I'm not too sure, mate. I don't think so, unfortunately. Only 20 trades is bragging. Absolutely it is, mate, isn't it? Like, wouldn't you love to have 20? You'd be flexing them, like you get with those bills there with the trades. It's just, yeah. Don't leave us, DO. We love the work. Nah, place you. And I love you too, mate. You're a wonderful man, a great part of the community. No way, mate. It's just, look, there's been a bit going on, place. There's been a bit going on. I'm not going to, get off my chest here and all that. A lot of support around, which is awesome, mate. But, yeah, and the good thing, not the good thing, that I suppose the glass half full approach with what's been happening, all the rest is when you have a bad score in Supercoach, you think, do you know what? Fuck, compared to what's going on, it's nothing. It's like Supercoach is just a game. Although we love it, and bloody frustrating, isn't it, man, when we're not doing good? Daz, don't stop, champ. You're so good. I appreciate you, man. Will not be stopping. I love it too much, man. Love it too much. Jonas, after this week, 13 trades down to 10 with 2 upgrades to go. Going to be tough to get to full primo with no cash gen. It's funny, isn't it, Jonas? Because when we look at that, I just think with the raw numbers, 10 trades, 2 upgrades, we're thinking you're going to be fine, mate. Going to be fine. But when the bench is Huswaite, Hall, Camporellis, Cooper Simpsons, Matty Carrolls, whoever we've got there, where's the cash coming? Where's the cash coming? We need to do a bit of a chopper read job here. Go to Trade Central and Supercoach and just say, come on, where is the cash? Where is the cash? You know what they'll say? No cash here. Someone, no cash here. It's tough. It's tough. Jace, how are you, mate? Do you think there's value of bringing in Hewitt next week with a break even? Bringing in Hewitt next week with a break even of 149. Want to upgrade this week and trade Marriage? Loves Carlton upcoming run. Actually, there's a question before. So I'm guessing if you look at the break-even game, but you're not at the same time because it's a keep you're bringing in, do you go a Chera over a Hewitt? I'll need to look at the numbers, mate, and have a really good think about that. But you don't love that high break-even, do you? But look at what he did at the start of the year. He could almost achieve it. The ladies' man, 6 primos out this week, so saved a trade, went Spargo to Grey, and have 2 40K this week. Hopefully 2 primos. Very nice, Causa. Love it, mate. We're coming to the end of the questions here. So beautiful. Almost time to leave you for the night. Dalek, think the plan for me currently is Lindsay to Bont, Huswaite to a rookie. So Lindsay to Bont, Huswaite to rookie. Probably Clark. Tick off the primo and the cash gen. Bang. Yep. Like it, mate. Daz, you talked me into Bont. Thanks, champ. Oh, Daz, look, I don't want to be talking into Bont. It's just like at this point in time, I shouldn't be saying that. Like Bont, paying up for Bond without cash gen, it probably isn't the right move, mate. But just the way that I'm thinking at the moment, I just want to get him in. It's and his run's pretty sickening. It's not great. Lindsay might have to go this week to bring in Bont. Yeah, look, I'm keeping Lindsay because I've got Cleary and Buddy Marrick, which I hate. But yeah, look, if you're getting Bont at the end of the day, mate, then see you later, Lindsay. But I just want warm bodies and I want to keep on to Lindsay myself, man. Huey, great name, Huey. 1846 this week, ranked 900. Well done. Hopefully stay there. Going Marrick, Lindsay to Bont. Yeah, so lots of people are going Lindsay out. Like, he was such a hold for me for the next few. Oh, look, things change. I'll need to think about my own side. But, Placey, who's the best value mid this week? I don't know, looking at the numbers yet, mate. But I'll absolutely, go deep dive stocky, mate. Best value, I can't think off the top of my head. Best value. No, I'll have to think. Sorry, Placey, I can't. I've got, baby brain at the moment, man. Scores are out. Oh, I'm going to do a round review, I think, soon. I'm not going to look. I'm not even going to look. It's open. It's updated. Cheers, guys. We're open. Here we go. Oh, don't look. Halves. Accidentally didn't trade Reed. Oh, got rid of Greg Leroche for Bont. 50K in bank. I like your trades, mate, but that is so frustrating, isn't it? Does Bont and Caldwell in for me? Thanks, I've got cash. Very nice, mate. Green arrows, yes. Nice work, brother. Dids, round just updated DR. All right. And I reckon that's why we have got to the end of the questions and comments here, people. Wow. All right. I might leave you here. I don't even want to look at my scores. I don't want to do it. It's going to be painful. You expect this during the buys, but this was actually a half-decent buy for me. I thought I'm not in anywhere near as much pain as other people. Little did I know that my Lions let me down this week. Placey, 200 spots to 2K mark. Hey, that's all right, Placey. That's basically par. 200 spots, man. Thoughts on Nick's contested mark? Matty Nick's. No, that's Nick Dacos, isn't it? Good on the man. Good on the man. I love Nicky Dacos. I'm not a Dacos hater. Won't be. Never will be. Causa went down to 7,009. That's still top 10K Causa. All good, man. Check it out on stream. You want me to check it out on stream, Josh? Yeah, all right, man. I was going to leave it for the round review and do that live, but man, it's not going to be fun, Joshy. PC 1870 with Libba, Sherry, TDK, Reezy, McRae, Daniel missing. Very, very nice, my friend. All right, we're going to end with this. What's it Marriott go down to? Fuck. 441. What do I get? I got a 1715. That's bad, man. That is bad. A 1715. Oh, well. Compared to what people putting in the comments, that's bad, isn't it? Yeah. I wonder what my rank drop's going to be. Getting you drumming out of my misery, Josh. Josh is saying, check the rankings. Did you go up? No, I wouldn't have gone up, man. I would not have gone up. I can tell you that much. 1868 for Shane. Held rank in 87th. Nice work, Shano. Bomb, Pedler, Clark. Ashcroft, Lindsay, Cleary, 30K. Yes, don't mind it, mate. All right. We're going to end with Josh's request here and check out the rankings. There's right on 100 people with this, I think, at the moment now. You want to see it. Placey wants to see it. All right. Let's finish this. Oh, I don't want to do it. All right, people. Enjoy my misery. Down almost 1,000 spots. That's not good at my rank, people. That is not good at my rank. I was making inroads. Ranked in the top 27% for the round. Your average score. Oh, shit. What am I doing there? 2907. Look, it's not a disaster. It's not a disaster. Top 2%, though. So I'm out of the top 1%. That hurts. You can go piss off round 12. I don't like round 12. I don't like it at all. Oh, there you go. There you go. Josh's going, yeah, that's it. Sorry, you probably didn't mean it in that tone, did you, Joshy? Threw you under the bus. Causa. Oh, sorry, yeah. Causa. Do we trade Ashcroft? No. Look, what's his break even, Causa? Let's have a look, man. I'll do it for you, ladies, man, while I'm here. I need to get to bed, though. Just not even think about this team. 77. Hold. I would be holding Causa with a break even of 77. Oh, shit. Piss off, Marek. Get out. Get out. Get out. Can I even trade? Why can't I trade? Why can't I? It's not letting me trade. It's not actually letting me trade. This is Supercoach 2025 for you. So look at this. I've got 3 trades here available. But you know what? Supercoach is going, nah. You got to keep Ryan Marek. You got to keep all these players. Keep on a Cleary. Keep on a Clayton. You know. I want to get rid of him. You won't let me get rid of the prick. Oh, well, there we go. 441. Guess what? I've got enough to just go bont in for Marek. So Supercoach doesn't want me to do that. So I'm going to have to just hold him, I guess, and there's no more trades for me. Oh, well. If it got to 1850, could have gone up a mile. Absolutely, man. And whatever track got. So it would have been Marek to track. That would have been the only. So it wouldn't have got me to 1850. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. Not a horrible result. You'll be back next week. Thank you, Placey. You're a good man. Joshy, Neil let me down this week. He's let me down for the season, mate, to be quite honest. Chad, break even 167. Not good, mate, but really doesn't affect me personally because he's a premium I'm holding for the rest of the season. But the fact it's worse than Marek is not fun, is it? Lockie, this is worse by round for me. Had exactly 18 playing. Bice 9, Johnson 30, Levi 59, Box 40, so I scored a 16. Man, that hurts. Did you have Cleary F6? Yes, I did, mate. I did. Heaney over Warner. Yeah, better player, I think, mate. Wish I picked Heaney. And last one before I leave you. Maxi, John Newcomb. Oh, my God, I don't like you. 496. Okay, no, you're out. Bye. Getting in Libba. That is going to be a much better own for you, mate. I can't help it. There's another one here. DR, I got in Chad for a 58. Oh, Maxi, if you bought him in this week, that's round 12 Supercoach for you, brother. That is round 12 Supercoach. So, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. It's been a tough week. But we've got a long way to go. We're exactly, bang, halfway through the season. So there is a long time for people to get back, to claw back in the rankings. And there is a long time for those people at the top to drop to the bottom if your decisions aren't on point. for the next, at least month and a half when we're finalising our sides. So hope that, well, guys, hope you did better than me. What's happening? So next video, it's going to be the round review, and that's not going to be a pretty one, but we'll talk about the trades, and that's probably going to be the big talking point of the week. Oh, the big talking point for that particular video, because you've seen most of my side so far. We're then going to follow up with the Monday night rage trade. So Scobes, Joshy, and Verns, absolute legends, done a great job this year. They're going to go through their rage trades and the top 10 most traded out and top 10 most traded in plays for the week. So great to get some different opinions as opposed to what I may say and some of my advice there. Then Tuesday night, we've got the sword play potty. Wednesday night, if all things go well, we're going to have this Supercoach stock market video out. Thursday night, Scobes and the boys go through the Thursday night teams live, which is one that you definitely want to check out. And then we're going to have a game day squad video this week as well. We are huge into that. We'll talk about it in the potty, but get around game day squad. Prizes given out in the podcast as well. So we're going to have the cash cow, $50 a week, giving that away. And then we're also going to have a game day squad giveaway. If you guess the high Supercoach score of the week, you're going to get a game day squad card. Much better than bronze, much better than silver or gold, as a bit of a hint as well. So that is it, guys. Jonas says, thanks for the stream and thanks for tuning in, legend. Absolutely appreciate you, as I do every week. And we're going to finish with this comment. Uncle Akka, this game is stupid. It is sometimes, mate. It was very, very stupid this week. It's not stupid when I have a good week, but hey, Supercoach 2025. What do we say? I'm going to end the stream there, guys. What have you gone for? Is it like an hour and 20? It always changes this time. And when I finish the recording, it will say an hour and 35. It'll be like an hour and 29. So I don't know what happens there. A bit of a gremlin in the recording studio. But that is it for me. Good night, Placey, as well. Thanks for tuning in, legend. Tune in to all the content for the week, guys. Check out the round review and the lives coming up. Apart from that, good luck with your trade-ins and your trade-outs. Freo and St Kilda on the bye this week. So friendly for many, unless you've absolutely stacked them. We'll talk about all the options in the stocky as we do. So that's it, guys. All the best. Much love. Have a great week. Bye.